The deadliest medieval weapons and the legends they ended. The Seax. The Seax might look like a big kitchen knife, and that's kind of what it is. It was used all over early medieval Europe, especially by Anglo-Saxons and Vikings. But don't let its simple look fool you. The blacksmiths who made this were masters. They used a simple technique where they twisted and hammered different types of metal together. This made the blade super strong but also flexible, and it created a cool swirling pattern on the metal. It also meant the blade had a super sharp edge that stayed sharp. Assassins loved the Seax because it was easy to hide and quick to pull out since it didn't have a handguard to get caught unclosed. It was the perfect weapon for a fast and sneaky attack. And that's exactly how Archbishop Elfhe of Canterbury died in 1012. He was being held prisoner by Vikings during a siege. While he was praying, a drunk Viking grabbed the Seax and hit him so hard it split his skull down to his teeth. It was a shocking and terrible thing to do. The Danish leaders knew killing a holy man was a bad idea, but it was too late. It made them so angry that it helped unite the country against the Vikings and changed the course of the war. The medieval sword. Of course, we have to talk about the sword. It's a symbol of the Middle Ages used for justice and for brutal fighting. While swords killed many people in battles, one of the gruesome ways a blade was used wasn't in a fight but for an execution. The breaking wheel. Next is something that really wasn't a weapon for battle, but a machine made for purely terror. The person being executed was tied to it with their arms and legs stretched out. Then the executioner would use a heavy iron club to smash every bone in their body. Death wasn't quick. The victim could be left on the wheel, broken but still alive, for a day or more, as scary as warning to everyone else. A famous person in this case was a man named Peter Nyers in 1581. Nyers was a bandit and serial killer in Germany who had murdered over 500 people. The authorities wanted to make an example of him. After 2 days of torture, he was put on the breaking wheel. The executioner hit him 42 times, shattering his bones before they finally put him out his misery. The Iron Maiden. Okay, time for a huge plot twist. The Iron Maiden that was super scary coffin with all spikes was probably never used in the Middle Ages. That's right, it's a myth. Historians now think that the famous Iron Maiden you see in museums were actually built in the 1800s. They were made to thrill tourists who wanted to see something spooky and medieval. Even though it wasn't real, this powerful myth changed how people saw the Middle Ages. It made them think the entire period was just dark and barbaric. The made-up story of countless supposedly killed in the Iron Maiden was used by people in the 19th century to argue that they should get rid of torture and the death penalty. So next time you hear someone call it the Dark Ages, remember it wasn't because they weren't smart. It was because their smarts were sometimes used to create something truly terrifying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and imagine that.